What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So I just saw this clip, and I want to play it for you guys, and then I guess give my opinion. Then I ultimately want to hear from my following. What do you guys think? So I'm actually fairly new to Kevin O'Leary. I didn't know he was that bullish on crypto. You guys, if you're not a follower of me, I kind of just stick to my own lane. I do things my way. That's it. It's different from everyone else, but that's me. Anyway, I'm gonna play this clip because he's asked about it. He was an investor in it. Anyway, let's play it. Let's talk about it after.
Um, Obviously, one of frustration. There's no question about it. I'm still a huge advocate for the potential of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. I'm disappointed, like many other shareholders. Uh, it sets, in a way, though. I always try and find what is the outcome of something like this. I mean, yes, I'm a shareholder in the international. That's a zero. It's not the first time I've made a bad investment, probably not the last time, but luckily I make more good ones than bad ones, and I learn from my mistakes. What's going to happen now is there won't be another situation like this for institutional investors ever again. We're simply not going to put capital to work until this stuff gets regulated. And what is occurring, and I'm just one voice in it, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fly to Washington, and I want regulation. I want it now. No more delaying. I think this puts tremendous pressure on the SEC. I think a bill like the Stablecoin Transparency Act, which has been floating around forever, not going to signature, not going to markup, we got to stop doing this to ourselves. As an industry, it has to stop, but also it's time to move forward with regulation. And if this is the bottom of the crypto market. A massive player goes to zero, and now you build from the ashes. That's the upside. I am still going to invest in crypto. I lost money in the accounts there. They have a gate on them now. It doesn't stop me from buying more, and I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that most of these currencies and tokens and coins have absolutely been beaten into the ground as a result of this, and probably a buying opportunity. That's the way I look at it.
What do you need to see on paper before you would put fresh money into the space again? An actual bill?
Yes, I want to see it. I'd like to start with one thing. I don't think we can solve for every single asset in crypto. I want to do one thing, and that one thing is to pass the Stablecoin Transparency Act. One thing, because that allows us to use the US dollar as a payment system. I would use that in all of my businesses every day. It's far superior to ACH, far superior to SWIFT, far faster, more transparent, 100% audible. All I need is the regulation that forces an audit every 30 days and guarantees me the backup for this is Treasury bills less than 12 months of duration. That's one thing. Very simple. That would signal to everybody around the world that the regulators here in the United States are taking crypto on, starting to put rules in place, putting the guardrails on. No one is going to play ball anymore in this space on an institutional level with serious capital till we get it done.
I'm kind of stuck on your comment that you're so confident that this can be the bottom. How can you be confident of that? What do you know about CZ, Binance, BNB Coin? How do you know that it's not leveraged, that there are many more dominoes to fall here? We just had someone from another exchange who hasn't even published their board of directors. You invested in FTX, and that wasn't exactly a wise choice. You said you did due diligence, but clearly it wasn't enough.
No. I mean, look, I'm going to agree. It was a terrible investment, 100%, and I lost my money. I get it. I'm a diversified investor. I make mistakes. This is one of them, but I learn from my mistakes. This won't be happening again. If I'm going to put serious capital to work in a broker-dealer, in an exchange, it's going to be one that's regulated, that has transparency, and has the same rules of test that every other exchange that deals in stocks and bonds has. Because, everybody's saying the same thing. It's great to be a retail investor and trade a few $1,000s worth of crypto. And if that's what Binance is going to do, good for them. But every single institutional investor is going to look at this and say, okay, can't play with this structure anymore because there's not enough transparency. I'm going to wait for the SEC or whoever it is going to be, the Fed or whoever, to regulate this stuff. this is actually a turning point for this industry. It's a maturation for this industry. That's what's going to happen.
First of all, what are your guys' comments on that? But second, how? Let me just switch scenes. There we go. I think I 100%. Well, I agree with some of his points that no one is going to put that serious capital to work. Like, why would you? Is it the bottom? Like, I wouldn't call that out just yet. But that being said, I think what he means is it's the bottom because once this affects big money, like no one cares about you at all. You don't make enough, no one cares. Literally, even all these YouTubers that are just wrong all the time, like they don't care. The fact that 32 billion just evaporated in fraud, that's gonna wake some people up. And then you got like, and that's what I was saying about this last one. It all seems kind of fishy, staged. Maybe it's just set up perfectly because we got Tom Brady, he lost. We got Kevin O'Leary. We got a bunch of popular players. We got politicians being worked with. Like I do think this. The more and more I look at this, the more I think it's just a lightning rod into crypto regulation, which. When we get that I think could be the bottom. That's when we'll see. I've talked about this before. Once there's regulation, there's going to be just that inflow of coming in. The people that were on the fence that aren't buying until there is regulation. Like I'm not touching that. It's gambling. It's risky. And you know how many brokerages are out there? It all sounds just weird. It sounds fishy. Like in anything else, I can open an account. It's like a bank account. Social, everything that works, and I can just get on there and I have access to the markets. Some cryptos like, oh, it's like a pancake, so I gotta like swap with someone else. This coin's on there, but this one's not, which I guess can be hard to keep up because there's almost 40,000 coins. All that's getting snuffed out. Like there's gonna once they regulate this, you won't be able to do that anymore. So it'll invite a lot more people in. So stuff like this doesn't happen. Because imagine if this was just crypto, this was the game of crypto, this was the story. Your Robinhood, you got Coinbase, you got all the other ones that are just falling down right behind them. That would devastate. That would actually, well, that would hurt the pocketbooks a lot. So if Powell wants to just hurt some pocketbooks, just wreck the rest of them, send the ball down. That being said, I'm very curious what everyone else's thoughts are on this. I just did a YouTube short on my donfronshow channel talking about this. Like, you don't get the bottom of a crash until a bank just gets smoked. You know, you've heard about fraud cases before. Like, you know, how many times has the stock market crashed? A bank gets smoked. That's the bottom. Look into it. I bet you might find one or two. So it was an interesting point to say this is the bottom. Maybe we're stirring around. Maybe we got one more final capitulation event. Personally, I'm looking to buy more Bitcoin around the 11,000 mark. Until that trend confidently turns around, I have no real interest in calling it the bottom. Anyway, I'll wrap it up here. What do you guys think? How much pull do you think Kevin O'Leary has? Like the dude's got, I'm sure he's got more contacts than I do. I don't know. Maybe him and Tom Brady can make something happen. But I'm very interested to see how this all pans out. This will not be a crypto channel. Neither will the Don Franz Show. There's a lot of news going on. There's a lot of relevant stuff. So if you just do not care about crypto, then I'm sorry to annoy you. I genuinely am. Because some of you guys really just don't care about crypto. And I 100% respect that. But I also want to just kind of voice just kind of what I do. It's what my channel's about. This is what I do. Piggyback off of it. If you see a crypto one, well, not to be a dick, you know you don't have to watch it. You've heard me say it before. I do appreciate you sticking around, though. So I'll wrap it up here. I'll see you guys, what's today, Friday? Sunday's video. We're going to go over the stock market expected moves, which is probably a lot. Anyway, just watch that if you're into stocks. I'll see you guys in the next video.